Yes.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
President.
Now, my question is, when we say decrease or increase, how do we determine that? What is the benchmark? Because, for example, clearly from the time that the EO 62 was imposed up until today, rice prices in the world market have dropped from about 560 dollars per metric ton to around as low as at least maybe 2 weeks ago, about $360 per metric ton. It was an all-time high of about $720 per metric ton at some point in 2023 or 2024, early 2024. But now it's about pretty much half. So when we say decrease or increase, what is your, or again, is it still being computed? May we be guided? The reason why they're making the computations, we're asking this is because precisely we brought down the tariffs to increase supply of rice in the local markets by way of enticing or encouraging importers to buy rice with lesser tariffs. Kasi mataas ang presyo ng bigas sa world market. Eh, hindi ba dapat nung bumagsak na sa 360, hindi ba? From 360 from 540, di ba dapat sana yung 15% na-adjust na kaagad? I know we're doing that now. And therefore, tapos na yun, but moving forward, how is the computation to be done? We'd like to better understand it.
Well, Mr. President, the way I understand it is the objective is to stabilize local rice prices.
Yes.
And whenever international prices go down way below local prices, they will impose certain tariffs, no? In order to stabilize the prices, or in short, yung imported rice will not be overly cheap compared to the local prices.
Yes,
and
because
vice versa.
it will have a direct impact on the incomes of our rice
Correct.
farmers, because why will we buy local rice, which is much more expensive to produce, when you can import it with very low tariffs? No? So yun. No?
So the tariffs will be based on how much international prices will fluctuate, Mr. President. But the objective is to stabilize the local prices so that farmers will still make money out of that stabilized local prices. But at the same time, we will stabilize supply also through importation. Pero hindi ho ganun kamura or not sobrang mura na makaka-apekto po sa ating mga farmers.
But I'd like to, as was earlier mentioned by the good Secretary of DepDep, that they are still formulating guidelines.
Yes, the overall guidelines is still being formulated.
But that has to be formulated in the next 2 weeks or month.
Yeah.
I guess subject na lang to a submission to this representation and maybe the committee, so that we can better understand moving forward and prepare our rice farmers, our rice traders, the sector would be interested to know how this is going to affect the trading of rice and importation of rice by January, by first quarter.
So, Mr. President, the Secretary Balcasan mentioned their target is hopefully by first week of December. The guidelines will be out already.
Yes, thank you. And it has a direct impact also on the prices of palay locally. This is precisely why the concern is to raise tariffs so that
domestic prices will go up.
Yes, and right now with the ban, we are monitoring palay prices. It went down as low as 8 pesos, but according to the PSA in October, it's now up to about almost 16 pesos per kilo of palay. So that there you can see the impact of managing the inflow of palay price of rice, imported rice into our markets. Apart from that, I'd like to think the traders are now concerned that because of the twin EOs, EO 100, wherein a minimum floor price for palay purchases was put in place when government purchases with directly from our farmers, and the floor price is for wet, it's up to 23 pesos, no? And the floor of 17 to 23 wet palay, and 23 to 30 per kilo for dry. And I think that also, in combination, together with the regulating the inflow of imported rice, and then establishing a floor price for government purchases of palay, both help in bringing up our palay prices. And therefore, we'd like to know how, moving forward by January 1, 2026, how the adjustments in the tariffs will play out so that we can anticipate its impact on palay prices. There will be a second harvest beginning February or March. So we would like to see how that will play out. And so we will await the guidelines to be set, to be approved by our economic managers. On the other hand, Mr. President, the drop in 15% of the tariffs definitely brought down our collection, our tariff collection. Do we have the data as to how much were foregone tariff collections from EO 62, bringing it down from 35 to 15? Because EO 62 was September 2024. We are now nasa November 2025 na tayo. So mahigit isang taon na magkano ang hindi na kolekta. Some computations say about 25 billion. 29 billion. We ask this because these collections are supposed to go to the rice tariffication, mechanization, seedling production, distribution, assistance. And there is the new law, Republic Act 12078, provides that 30 billion are earmarked. So, kung hindi makolekta dahil nga binaba ang taripa dun sa 30 billion na naka-earmark, saan kukunin yung 30 billion?
Well, Mr. President, Secretary Recto mentioned that on the average, the foregone revenue is about 2 billion a month by reducing tariffs from 35 to 15%. And the total foregone revenue has already reached 20 billion pesos, Mr. President.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now the question is, does this affect the mandate of Republic of 20078? Yes, that
Yes.
mandates a 30 billion allocation drawn from the tariff collections that will fund the rice program or the RCEP. And this is until year 2031.
Well, the 20 billion is just foregone revenue, but the agency, the DOF, still managed to collect more than 30 billion pesos. So, in other words, 30 billion can still be allocated to the earmark programs, Mr. President. Yeah. And if there is a shortfall on that earmark, the GAA will come into play, Mr. President. So, in other words, we will allocate funds for the shortfall.
Yes, and now, which brings me now to the releases of funds by the DBM. My understanding is there have been communications between the Department of Agriculture and the DBM as to the amounts of 13.7 billion that have yet to be released, RCEP funds that have yet to be released. So, of course, our concern is if you drop tariffs and therefore there are foregone revenue, is that now a factor in not in the delay in the releases? But apparently the secretary says no, because we've been able to collect it anyway. So if that's the case, then may we know what the DBM intends to do with this unreleased RSF funds of about 13.7 billion pesos. These figures were submitted to us by the DA. The reason that we're raising this is because across the board, various programs affecting the ability of the rice sector to be able to produce, improve its productivity is affected. Mechanization, seeds program, RCEP training and extension service, rice farmer financial assistance, expanded rice credit, are all affected. One immediate example would be some of the farmers are saying the seeds program, kinakailangan yung seedlings sa panahon ng pagtatanim. Pero lumampas na, delay na, dahil na hindi na pondohan. So pagdating ng seeds, tapos na yung planting season, hindi na umuulan, apektado. No? So may we know through the DBM, what is the status of the unreleased funds?
Well, the unreleased fund is recorded in the books of national government. So I think it's just a matter of cash management. So eventually it will be released later on. But I was advised by Secretary Recto that even there is an unreleased portion of 30 billion, DA continues to receive funds for their other programs to a tune of around that much, no, about 13 billion. So, and also to speak, we still have amounts in the program funds that are being used for DA purposes.
Yes. Well, in that case, can we be updated, perhaps not now, but before we approve this on second reading, as to, is it still the amounts that are unreleased? Baka pwedeng magkaroon ng prioritization, lalo na dito sa seeds program, kasi apektado ang anihan pagka hindi na ibigay sa tama. Meron pang
I was advised to date the balance is 9.7 billion. But we'll request from the agency a complete accounting of the RCEP funds.
Yes, please. So,
Yeah.
so we're down from 13 billion to 9 billion
So
unreleased.
nagre-release naman po. Nagre-release
Yes.
naman siya.
Yes, thank you for that
Mabagal
clarification.
lang because of cash management.